What's going on YouTube? Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, smash that like button, and please ring that bell notification for more uploading video coming up very soon. If you guys need anything, any other videos, please comment down below and I got you guys. I can get you guys a video so that way you guys see the tutorial, how the way I do it, and get you going. So we're here with the duck clips, trying to divide the hair however we can. We're about to do a blurry fade. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it step by step, so don't miss it. Stay tuned. We're gonna do this together. The first thing you want to do always is comb down the hair so that when you use your clippers and your trimmers, you can get that even cut. Next step will be using our trimmers. I'm using my Gamma's hitters to try and do my first ball line. Obviously it's gonna be a little of a drop fade type thing, but you will see why I did it this low on this haircut, especially on the back. You want to go below the occipital bone since you got that long hair on top, so you want to create that unique fade. Always create your own unique fade when it comes to it, so that way when they step outside and other people see it, they can be interested and see and ask as well with your haircut, because it's the only reason why that's happening is because you're creating your own unique fade. So now we're going with our foil shavers, Andis. We're trying to ball everything out just to create another transition. However, I'm not trying to go all the way up. I'm only leaving maybe so a quarter of an inch, because sometimes that transition with the foil shaver can be painful just to take out. So you want to leave that little gap. Now we're going with our number 2 guard close all the way down to the top. Always remember to pass it multiple times just to get that even cut. So we're about to use our Gamma's Alpha clippers. No guard open. We're about to go about an inch all the way around. Maybe so on the back. We're gonna spread the blend just a little bit more just to contrast it, because most of the time most people got trouble in the back when it comes to that occipital bone, just to blend that part. Always stretch it out just a little bit more just to contrast that fade. After that, we're going halfway just to soften up that first ball line, and then we go 0 close just to blend completely that panel. Just a reminder, always flick out. What I mean by flick out, flick towards you. Do not dig in towards the person's skin. If not, that you're gonna create another harsh line, and you don't want to bring that fade higher than what it is. Now we're using our number 1 open. About to go the same way I did that number 0, about an inch, spreading that blend just to get that blurry effect. We're about to go with our number 1 close just to soften up that bottom line. Just a reminder, unless you're very experienced, you can take it out with a no guard, but you gotta flick out a lot when it comes to that number 1 and that 0 open. Just a reminder, that's just to soften up the line. And then we're gonna go with our half guard. I go halfway, as you can see right there, halfway. I don't use it open all the way, and after that I use it closed. Just a reminder, it might seem like I'm not flicking up, but since I got the video fast forward and I also be quick also, it may not seem like I'm not flicking out, but I really am. And if you're not experienced enough, you can also use your corners just to be safe, then later on being sorry and then bringing up that fade higher than what it is. So right here I went with my number 1 open, then I close it up just to double check my work. It's just detail work while I'm going through it. Now I'm going with my 1.5 open, not trying to go all the way up to that number 2 that I did. So I'm trying to leave a little gap between it and flicking out at the same time. Then I close it up where the line is, just a little bit going above it, and then just to soften up that line. Well, for me it works that way, I don't know why, but after that I go with my 1 open, and then from there start closing it up little by little, and then from there just starts blending by itself. Now that we did our guidelines, all the steps needed, the only thing we gotta do now is just detail our fading, our work, so that way the fade can come out better and consistent and cleaner. A little small reminder, do not try to do too much detail work just because it can cause you to just be so much picky, and out of nowhere what you're doing is you're doing too much detail work, and what it's causing you is to bring up that fade. So one side might be higher than the other side, so keep that in mind as well. Another grateful tip, always look your fade or your work in different angles, so that way you can spot those areas that need some work. Once again, please subscribe, mash that like button, comment down below, and also ring that bell notification if you guys need any help with anything. Just a reminder, just comment down below and I got you guys with more video. I'm trying to not to do too much editing just because I want to leave it with more of a raw video for you guys, so that way you guys can see the process of the haircut itself. So here it is where I was talking about in the beginning of the video, where I said to leave that little gap for the shaver and that ball line, so that way you can ball it out easier and you got that space with it, so that way you don't have to mess with a zero like I'm doing right now, just to double check my work, so that way I don't have to bring up that fade higher than what it is. So here's the part that I was talking about. I'm using the back part that I left with the zero, just to leave that guideline right there, so that way I can follow the trail to my other side and be consistent with that 1 inch of guide that I'm trying to do. So the same procedure we did on this other side, we're doing it on this one. So we're going with our number 0. Once again, open, flick out, so that way you don't create that harsh line and make it so difficult to blend out. Halfway, just a little bit below that top line, and then to erase that bar line, close the lever and you should be good. Unless if you don't have a zero gap, use your trimmers carefully, use your corners, so that way you don't create that trimmer, that effect that it creates to create another line. Just be careful, so that way you don't bring it higher than what it is. Here it goes, the part that I was talking about. Use your trimmers just to knock out that ball line from the shaver. Now we're using our number 1 open, an inch, connecting it all the way around to the other side of the fade. Then to knock out that bottom line, it's gonna soften out the line while you close that number 1. And then the one that will actually remove that bottom line is gonna be the half guard. Once again, I use halfway and then close, flicking out. However, if you're comfortable using it open, halfway, and close, you can do that as well. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to fading. Everybody got their unique way of fading. Stay tuned, you guys. Very soon I'm thinking about doing a full hawk on somebody and then a comb over as well. So stay tuned, so that way I can give you guys a tutorial how to do it the way I do it. There's no right or wrong answer, like I said, of fading or doing such work. Usually when it comes to like those comb overs, yes, there's just a lot of ways of doing it, and just a lot of ways of doing those texturized hair on top, different ways of holding a shear. So the only thing I'm gonna show you is just the basic of what I know, and then the rest you just gotta learn it while time passes by. You will get better at it. Don't get discouraged. If you mess up a couple times, don't worry about it. Everybody start, bad in the beginning. Sometimes people are talented and they understand, they catch up quick, but don't get discouraged. Just keep on practicing, you will get there as well. A grateful tip would be is what I do before I go to sleep, or during the day, or during lunchtime. Depends if you're working or not, or if you're doing this as a hobby. Take half an hour, 15 minutes, 45 minutes to search up a couple videos and gain those knowledge from people, other different people. Doesn't have to be just from the same video all over again. But for example, I like to see like Chris Basio, 360 Jeezy, Get Beam, Papito Bless Hand, Chuka the Barber. All those people you can see and learn different ways of cutting. Everybody got their ways of cutting. If you guys don't like seeing videos, go to a shop, find somebody, communicate, network with people, so that way you can learn as well. Ask them questions, and if you like hands-on, you can also ask them, find somebody that can volunteer for you and give you that hand, so that we could get better, and you can have them as a mentor and they can guide you through it as well. Now you can see where I can connect my fade from both sides to the middle. The only thing I'm doing is just detail work, try to match it up however I can. Don't be scared. Some people got that bump in the back, that line. It might look like a harsh line, but since they got that bump, it might look a harsh line, but don't be scared about it. Just leave it the way it is. If you think if it's good, just leave it alone. If not, then you're gonna bring it higher than what it's supposed to be, and then you get discouraged, and then out of nowhere you just want to mess up the haircut, get it done, get it over with, and do not do anything. Just keep trying, don't quit, don't let anything discourage you. Everything's just a matter of practicing. As you can see how the fade is coming, always look those angles, like I said, just to be careful that one spot might be darker than others. So right now I'm just putting the bangs to one side, now that he was waiting for a couple months already just to fix his lineup in the front. Barber, before, he pulled his front lineup like almost an inch and a half, so now that he's growing it out a little bit more, as you can see he got like halfway through it, but he's just trying to fix it out however he can, and however I can as well, just to make him feel better and comfortable when he's going out outside as well. So what I did right there was I used my #1 close, and I went with the grain to knock out those hair, lower it down, because the lower the hair is, the sharper the lineup is going to be. And once again, like I show my videos, when you do your lineups, always start in the middle to one corner and the middle to your other corner. Unless you're very experienced, you can start on the very corner to the middle and do the same thing, but you gotta be highly experienced. Just make sure you don't push the lineup back than what it's supposed to be. So just keep in mind, just be careful, try to do as natural as possible. Another hint, pull their lineup back, so that way you know what's your limit for that front lineup. As soon as you're done with your lineup, always spin them around, give it a look, rest your eye, so that way you can see as if you were to be finished, so that way you can grab those detail work, whatever's left out, and finish it out. So right here I'm going with my enhancement. I use 101 Kiss Express diluted, and I just remember, always use a little bit, do not use too much of it, because if not then it's gonna look fake and you don't want that happening to them. As for the straight razor, always stretch your skin, put that razor in a 45-degree angle so that way it doesn't cause skin irritation. For YouTube, this is the cut right here. Hopefully you guys liked it. Give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, ring that bell notification, share with friends so that way they can learn as well, even if they don't want to learn it, but they can also see the video and have fun with it, seeing this transformation. Thank you and see you guys later.